cash on my cash stack. High yields on stable coins, yeah, that's where my bag at. All I really need is Wi-Fi, get money on DeFi, mega cash on MetaMask. You better run when the runners run, show you how to get your money up. Dollar inflated like bubble gum, markets are jumping like double dutch. Buying up gold till I get a ton, crypto, yeah, I got some. You better run when the runners run, you better run when the runners run.
What's going on, everyone? It's Tuesday, July 30th, 2024. We have an amazing guest on tonight, Antoine McBay. As always, I got my good brother here, Ricardo Hamilton, a.k.a. Mims, making it make sense. What's going on, man? I'm excited for tonight.
Oh, yeah. Always fired up and excited, man. We got a phenomenal show for the community, man, helping people understand the value of what we got here with ACM. We got a phenomenal guest with us, Brother Antoine McBay. Pumped up and excited. I'm doing good, brother. How are you?
Bro, I'm having so much fun. Had a great time at the pool. We went to the basketball court, shot some hoops, but I had to get home for Antoine McBay, who has literally just been spearheading at cost metals and helping people acquire real money. So, Mims, I'm going to let you introduce this brother because he has just been winning and crushing it on every level. Let's get him in here.
Yeah, brother Antoine McBay, fired up and excited. I'm telling you, I've known this brother for some years from other platforms. A lot of success, helps lots of people, thousands of people, made a lot of money in crypto. And man, we just fired up to be partnered with you, brother Antoine. Glad to have you here on the show. Let's get it started.
Man, I'm glad to be here. I gotta tell you, man, I love the intro, man. Man, that was fire. Mike, that was straight fire, that intro, man. I love it with the music. I love it, man. You guys are killing the game. Man, I feel honored to be here, man, as a guest.
Well, hey,
Sure.
we just want to have fun and help as many people as possible. So, Antoine, we kind of came into this space opposite because I just started buying gold and silver, 5-10 years ago. But you got out of the system using crypto first. So maybe explain that to the people of like, guys, tonight's message is get real money, get out of the system, God's money and the people's money. So Antoine, go ahead and maybe give people a little bit of your backstory.
Yeah, you're right. You guys have far more gold and silver experience than I do. But I was fortunate enough to have a mentor, a Chinese lady that was born in Vietnam, raised in LA, that taught me about blockchain technology and Bitcoin. And this was back when Bitcoin was like $350 and Ethereum was less than $100. I went all in. About like 9 months later, I ended up moving out of the country, moved to Asia, and I've been there for 7 years. 7 years. And
living the dream. Living the dream.
Yeah, I've been living off of crypto.
Hold on. My man got out of the system, been living abroad for 7 years. Okay, I'm listening. Go ahead.
7 years, man. I was out, and I was nervous when I first did it because it's new. It's digital currency. You can't touch it. You can't feel it. But it made sense from what she was teaching me and what I learned. And I took a chance, and man, it was a great risk, great chance, learned so much, traveled the world, went to 38 different countries. And man, that's how I've lived up until I joined at Cost Metals.
There we go.
Wow.
All the way. Back in Dallas now, been here now almost a year. And kind of like I got back into the system somewhat, but I did that for a whole nother personal reason as it relates to my wife. But at the end of the day, we're still involved with crypto. And now I'm so glad that we added precious metals, gold and silver, because I can touch this bad boy. It's in my hand.
Yeah.
Well, Mims, let's throw them all up while we're here. Okay.
Yeah.
So, Mims, make it make sense of why people need real physical gold and silver But
Hey.
you have to have crypto and blockchain. This
Yeah.
is what, guys, it blows my mind. People
It's a
argue
beautiful
back and
milestone.
forth of crypto versus gold and silver. Like, no, you need them both, and you can only win with both. Point blank, period. So, Mims, I'll let you divulge this more.
Yeah, I mean, hey, yo, this is probably one of the most beautifulest live streams I've ever seen, with all of us holding up these bricks. I mean,
I'm telling you.
you don't see that anywhere else. Okay, only on the Runners Live show. Shout out to Antoine McBay, at Cost Metals. I mean, JD. I mean, folks, we get excited because we're doing something that literally is changing lives by helping people preserve their wealth and real money. And doing this reset right now that's taking place. Obviously, a lot of people are having a lot of opportunity and success making money in crypto. But one of the key things that people want to be able to do is diversify and hedge with physical assets. And so silver and gold is, it's God's money. It's constitutional money, Article 1, Section 10 of the U.S. Constitution. It's real money. It's been money since the times of Egypt, And so we are helping people, get these assets, get them on a consistent basis, build real wealth for themselves and their family, and create a legacy. And it's something that is literally very exciting and life-changing as people start to go into this journey and get these real assets, get this real money.
Bro, 100%.
Nailed it.
And guys, I just want you to ask yourself this question. If the world's central banks have bought $24 billion of gold in just 3 months, and the meme you see on the right here is Jerome Powell, the Federal Reserve Chairman, printing dollars over and over and over again. If you are trying to save in dollars, you are going to lose, point blank, period. So I just want to hear from each of these huge, successful entrepreneurs, influencers who have helped thousands of people get real money every single month on autopilot. Okay. Ricardo and Antoine, the central banks and governments all around the world, like China, are buying gold like there is no tomorrow. They are dumping dollars. Okay, so the average ordinary person out there who's struggling amidst all this inflation, right? The price increases we're seeing are astronomical, like no one has seen. So Antoine, I'll let you go first as our guest. You being new to this space of gold and silver, what wisdom or insight could you give people of how important it is to get God's money so that they can be saved down the road?
Well, I think I have an advantage from the standpoint of me living abroad and seeing things from a different lens. Yeah. I believe that most Americans feel entitled and just really don't have a clue of being outside of the box of the traditional norm of things. Mm-hmm. Most Americans don't know what they don't know, even though it's right in front of them. That's why it says seek and you shall find. You have to go seeking for the information. And most people don't go seeking. They don't go looking. You have to go to the library to get information, right? Or at least go to Google, right? You have to leverage technology. And nowadays, the information is right in our face with global uncertainty. With the information that you've just shared, that's a clue where the banks are buying money, the government's printing money, that's a clue. And so with everything in our face, inflation clearly winning a war, it's not getting any better. In my opinion, it's only going to get worse. So from a calculated risk perspective, what can we do to hedge against inflation, to save money? What should we do to diversify a portion of our portfolio? I didn't say do all, but a portion. And I don't know anything safer than this. The reality is most people, Mike, they don't know the difference between currency, fiat, and money.
Yep.
This is fiat. It's the US dollar. It's paper. This is fiat. This is Vietnam dong, $50,000 a bill. Vietnam dong. So I got a few million of them here, right? It's paper. It's nothing. This is Singapore money. It's nothing.
Wow.
I've got yen, all of it. We need to buy this. We need gold and silver as a way of saving money. That is a way safely that we can hold in our hands our money, because this is money. This is money. And there's some documentaries out there, and I'm gonna pass it to Ricardo in just a moment. But there's a documentary out there that most people need to see. It's free. It's on YouTube. It's entitled "End of the Road: How Money Became Worthless." It talks about how the U.S. money system is one big Ponzi scheme. Yeah, go figure, right?
No, it's the biggest Ponzi scheme of all time.
It's the biggest Ponzi scheme. But I had to, Mike and Ricardo, you guys were way ahead. I mean, when Ricardo showed me a lot of his silver, I was like, oh my God, I'm behind the 8 ball. Mike, I seen some of your silver. I'm like, I'm behind the 8 ball. I got to catch up. So thank God for an ACM that I could actually take my crypto and buy my precious metals with crypto and have it shipped directly to my house.
That's it.
That part.
Hold up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 100%, man, is we love crypto. We're going to make massive gains in the next year, but you have to take some of it and turn it into physical. Shout out to Alexander. This is way better than the Olympics. And Mims, before I let you go off, okay, as you give your amazing answer, we have to answer Brian, because apparently Brian has not read the Bible. He says, God doesn't care about money. What can God do with money? Man cares about money and gold. Well, Brian, I want you to look at the Bible, and I want you to look at how many times God uses the word gold and silver. All right? That's a whole other live stream right there. But Mims, you know, your take, or, you know, just give us some fire and heat on what Antoine talked about, and maybe get into, you know, a little bit what Brian said about the Bible.
Well, for one thing, I just want to sit here almost like I'm in the audience and listen to Antoine speak, because the way he just articulates it, because he gives you that point of view from not just inside, but outside the United States. And that perspective that people really just don't understand. And I think that's really that key component. And that view that he talked about was how people are receiving fiat currency and viewing the monetary system. You know, they understand that it's just paper. And around the world, they know gold and silver is money. Okay, they're buying and holding gold and silver because their currencies are declining rapidly against the United States dollar. They're seeing the inflation. And so they're realizing that this real money, physical silver and gold, is how they're going to hedge and secure their financial future and build wealth. So I get excited. I get inspired. Listen to Antoine talk about this. Okay, get me back into the zone, because it's true. We've been saying this and we've been sharing this for years, trying to help people understand it, but it's harder for people here in the U.S. to really grasp it because of the exceptionalism, you know, of being here in the United States. But the United States dollar is a fiat currency. It's not money. And people, like Antoine said, they don't know the difference between fiat currency, money, okay, credit, debt. They don't understand these things. That financial literacy hasn't been taught. You know, 60 or 70% of people are literally, you know, are financially illiterate. And so this is why we be screaming from the rooftops, and why we get so excited about giving people this information, because this information is life-changing and financially life-saving information, because most people don't know how to save their money. You know, you don't save it in dollars, because a dollar doesn't save value.
That's the key.
Yeah.
That's the key. We're talking about savings. We're talking about, how do you save? How do I save my money? I've got a daughter. My daughter, you know, she'll be 4 October 1st. Wow. I need to save money. If I'm just putting fiat in the bank, the buying power is doing this. I'm losing money just putting fiat in the bank. That is not a sound financial mind. You are losing if you're just putting it in a savings account. But I have a chance here of not losing my buying power. And at the same time, I don't trust the banks. I'm just going to be quite honest with you. I don't trust. Anytime the government or somebody can put a freeze on an account, I do what I need to do to manage what I need to manage from a bank. I'm not putting stuff in the bank.
Right. No.
I'm not doing that. Now, if some people got a problem with money, I get it, but listen to me. If you don't save properly, money determines what food you eat, what type of education you provide for your children, where you live, what kind of car you drive. And don't get me wrong, it's not what you drive, but it's what drives you. Don't miss that one. But it gives you choices, gives you options. We can't take any of it with us, but I'd be damned if I was born just for God to say for me to pay bills. That don't make sense. We are here for a divine purpose. And it's people like us that have a purpose of educating those who are seeking the knowledge, to give them the know-how. Here's how you start. Here's why you start. Here's a good place to start. It is us that's giving, because we needed it. Somebody need to give it to us.
That's right.
Amen.
And so all we're doing is paying it forward with knowledge and information. Now, what you do with it, it's up to you. This right here, this is a key. And it's solid gold. It's a gold key. What you got, these guys, my brother Ricardo, my brother Mike, they're giving you the keys to success financially. They're giving you the door that you just need to take the key and just stick it in, unlock it to success. Now, they can't make you take the key. They can't make you put it in the door and turn it and unlock it. That's a choice you have to make. But they're saying, here's the key. Here's all you need to do. Here's what you need to do, and here's how you need to do it. So if you can follow that, you can start your pattern in your way of changing your life financially.
Wow.
You can start a start.
Yep.
Wow. Wow.
Mike, what you used to say, Mike? You used to say, clip that.
Clip that. Clip that. Listen, if you guys are watching this right now, okay, you need to first of all get excited about getting real money. Like this, share it out, comment, let us know what you guys are thinking. Mims, I'm going to throw this up here really quick because, again, we've been trying to teach people about inflation for almost a decade. And it used to be hard because people couldn't see it because it happened so slowly. But now we see inflation ramping up to things we haven't seen in 30, 40 years, right? You go to the grocery store, a loaf of bread is $3, $4. Pound of ground beef is $7, $8, $9, $10. Gas is $3, $4. To go to McDonald's has gone up 141% in just 4 years. So Mims, maybe just break it down to people about, yes, this is a spiritual reason of why you need God's money, but at the same time, it's an economical reason about what is going on in the world right now.
Yeah, I mean, I like to think of gold and silver, and when you think about any other asset, you want to think about third-party counter risk. And there's no there is no third-party counter risk with gold and silver. And that's a beautiful thing to that. Antoine talked about obviously savings and then the financial literacy and education. And that's one of the key components here, that we get really excited about, because you want to have your money grow for you and you don't want to expose it to risk. And so we're not talking about investing your money, because you can lose your money in investments.
That's right.
About how do you properly save your money without exposing it to risk while having it grow for you, right? And beat inflation. You do that with physical silver and gold. And that's that piece that Antoine's saying, that we have to make sure that we spread this message, help people understand that, because most people just don't know. And when people know better, they do better. And so when you show that chart where it shows the inflation at McDonald's, I mean, there's no more dollar menu, at McDonald's. I mean, the cheeseburger goes from $1 to $3.15, right?
Crazy.
It's crazy. It's crazy. So to answer the question, how do you properly save your money? You save it in God's money, real money, physical silver and gold, right? And that's what we get excited about. And of course, we talked about crypto. Those are our investments. But Gold and silver is not investment. I think that's what most people really need to understand. It's how you
That's
hedge
right.
this inflation and financial crisis. It's how you save your money.
Look here, check this out. So obviously being away for 7 years from the States, I was missing some things that I've been craving for a while. And one of them was Bluebell ice cream. I'm from Texas, Bluebell, the best ice cream in the country. I would buy a gallon of Bluebell for $4.98. That's what it cost. Would buy religiously and would make my root beer floats, all of that. I come back to the US. I go back to Walmart. It's $8.32 on sale for the same gallon. Now, watch this. Had I taken $5 and just put it in a safe, that $5 couldn't buy me half the Bluebell today.
Nope.
But had I bought $5 worth of silver, just $5 worth of silver, I would have had enough to sell the silver to buy Bluebell and have some change left over.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
How do
Yeah.
we keep our buying power?
Yep.
And you said it, Ricardo. It's precious metals. It's gold and silver.
Yeah, and that's, one of the last thing, one other thing I would say is that most people don't understand that the dollar didn't have value until it was backed by gold and silver. The dollar is just a piece of paper. People need to understand
That's
that.
right.
It was gold and silver that has been money since the time of Egypt. Before the United States dollar had the world reserve currency status, it was the British pound sterling that was backed by silver. Before then, it was the Dutch and the Rome and Greek. And of course, in Egypt, it was gold and silver. It's always had that real money value. It is the original standard of wealth, and that's what people are missing today in their strategy, in their portfolio, how they hedge and grow wealth. And right now, the monetary system is changing. Fiat currency is going away, and we're going back to an asset resource based economy. And those who have real money, gold and silver, are going to do very well in this new economy moving forward.
I agree.
No, 100%, man. And Brian, appreciate all your comments. Would love to have you come on the live sometime. Gold and silver is a rock that's melted. That's called land, bro. That's called, it can only happen over thousands and millions of years, whatever you believe in. We don't really care. But it's something that can't be created out of thin air. And you can exchange currency for it to live your life as you wish. That's the whole point here.
I want to add to that because that's a great opportunity to educate somebody on what gold and silver really is and its industrial use. You see, the world we live in today doesn't even exist without physical silver.
That's right.
Silver is antimicrobial, antibacterial, antiviral, antifungal. It's used in all electronics, essentially. Satellites. I mean, obviously, we're going to talk about solar, cell phones, healthcare. We wouldn't even be on this live stream.
Exactly.
And the technological revolution that we're moving into with AI and robotics, and things of this nature, the role of gold and silver is greater than most people realize. It's had value and has been here before man, and it will have value and be here after man.
Bruh. All right, so guys, okay. Like at this point, if people can't grasp the power of gold and silver, I'm not sure if I can help them. But here's where most people lose, okay? A lot of people, or not a lot, actually less than 2% of people in America actually stack real money, gold and silver. But those people that do, they just go out and they buy this metal, okay? So let's say I bought this for $3,000. It goes up to $6,000. I sell it. I make $3,000. I made 100%. Okay, cool. Awesome for me. Woohoo. I just lost an asset. I no longer have the asset. I just gave up the asset for fake money. So Antoine, I'll let you kind of set this up of how people, once they understand the real power of gold and silver, why they need a home-based business with gold and silver to get people the lowest prices, the best deals, create cash flow, and get tax savings.
Well, coming from a world of crypto where I've lived 100% for 7 years. I mean, when I say 100%, I'm talking about we would be in the grocery store in Vietnam, and my wife has her cell phone and she's looking at which digital asset to sell for the fiat to pay for the groceries. And she can push a button, sell it, have the fiat, and we would pay for our groceries. We did that for 5.5 years. Okay. So to come back to America, to get back into the system, so to speak, I evaluated this from a business perspective, because now I'm looking at paying taxes, all of that stuff, right? Here in the US. If I can get in a business that allows me to trade fiat for money, because this is money, and have this to be a tax deduction to me, that means I'm winning in the game. So we know that election is coming up, all that stuff. And I don't know what your political flavor is. It doesn't matter to me. What I think you should do is vote you in office. That's what I think, quite frankly. Vote you in office based on making right decisions for you and your family. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Put you in office. But let's look at what are the tax laws. So how do we win in the tax game? Well, you need a home-based business. That's one. Tax advantages. And why not have a home-based business where we can collect and save this money? So buying all of this becomes tax deductions for us. To me, once you get that, it makes sense. And then to wrap a business around it, where it's like a Costco's type membership. I tell you, coming back, I bought a Costco membership. I paid $120 for 12 months executive membership. I went to the front desk. They explained to me how the membership worked. They didn't convince me to buy the membership. It just made financial sense to me. Right. We do the same here with ACM. We don't convince people to buy a membership, to buy gold and silver. We explain the benefits, and those who understands the math, because to me, that's the only reason a person don't buy the membership is their math is off. They buy a membership and they can buy all the gold and silver they want because they understand the tax benefits as well. And then to be able to leverage that into a business, oh my God. I work this part-time, spare time, but with a full-time mentality because I understand the business. And it's paid us more in 7 months than most people make in 2 years. Hello, I think I lost some people on that one.
That's right. That's right.
Working from home. And we're at home. My wife right here.
Wait, wait,
I'm at
bro.
home. Yeah, my wife right there.
Yeah.
We're at
You don't
home.
gotta sell your gold and silver.
Exactly.
Don't sell your gold and silver. Help other people get more of it and get paid.
That's right. So we're just stacking, saving and saving and saving. I'm like, wow.
Yep.
Cash flow is king. I agree with that.
And they pay weekly. But that's with 2 E's, not EA.
Well,
some of y'all gonna get that when you get off the Zoom, off the line. But yeah, so just to be able to add another, I know people that drive Uber. And just to make some extra income. And I get it because we're in those days and times where people need a plan B. You know, you buy a new car, it comes with 4 brand new tires. They still put a spare in the back because nowadays you never know when you may need to pull out that spare. For some, the ACM opportunity from an income standpoint, it's a spare tire that has created some full-time income that gives people choices in their life where they can decide what they want to do, when they want to do it, and who they want to do it with. And to me, that's everything. Being in position to do what you want to do, when you want to do it, for the limited time that we are here on this earth, that's, to me, everything. That's everything. Because we're only here for a moment. What are we going to do with our time? The moment that we have here, the most valuable commodity, our time, are we going to spend the majority of it on a job that only give us half the income that we need to survive? Or are we going to leverage our time with the possibility to build something that creates choices in our life?
Wow.
Nailed it.
That part, that right there.
No, right there, brother. All right. So Mims, before I let you break this down, okay. We all know we need gold and silver. We need a business, pay less in taxes. I'm gonna bring the facts. Okay. Documentation beats conversation every single
All
time.
day.
So, like we have done, Ricardo, for the last 6 months, is we're gonna show you the best prices on gold and silver. And if you can beat these, please let me know, and we will gladly not buy from at cost metals anymore. But every night, on every single platform, we beat everybody, and it ain't even close. So I'm gonna bring the receipts.
You pull that up.
And Mike, that's the proof in the pudding. You about to show the pudding. And it's the whole scope of things. It's the pricing, it's the cost, the value, it's the potential income that's available to one to earn. When you put all those things in the box, you show me a box in this space that's better. I have not seen it.
Bro, exactly. Exactly.
What I find is next level, and I know, Mike, you about to show that proof in the pudding. But essentially what Antoine is saying is that we have a system. We have a proven system where we actually get paid to save our money. It's really next level, because you think you're buying something. You don't buy gold and silver. You're saving, you're converting, you're exchanging. You still have the money. So this
right there.
You still have the money.
That right there. That right there. Let me tell you something, Carter. That right there. 98% of the people missed it.
Nope.
You still have the money.
Yes.
You still have the money. You still have the asset. And that's what gets me so excited. Like I said, I think a lot of people just don't get it, that you satisfying the need to buy something, because you have to do something with the dollar. The reason you have to do something with the dollar, because the dollar's for spending. You can't save the dollar. You can't hold on to the dollar. You have to have your money working for you, or you have to put it somewhere where it's going to grow and hedge against inflation without exposing you to too much risk. And that's what we're doing. We are actually in a system that is allowing us to save our money by acquiring assets, and we get paid to get these assets. I don't know any better business than the money business. Okay. I don't know any better business to be in than the gold and silver business. Okay. Because all we do is save a lot of gold and silver, tell a lot of people, and make a lot of money.
This is the way.
Mike, go ahead and show them how the much value ACM has on these prices, man.
All right. Yeah. So you guys are probably wondering, but okay, why are you guys so excited about this? Because we got the best prices in gold and silver in the entire world, and it ain't even close. So once again, for the 500th millionth time, I'm going to show you guys this again on a live. I don't even got to check the prices, because I know we crushed them all. So if you guys have never bought gold and silver, I say go for Canadian silver maple leafs. I think they're the best value, the best bang for your buck. So today, Tuesday, July 30th, 2024, you can get it for $30.64 an ounce. If you guys are watching right now, please type this in the chat, because social media will probably try to delete this. They don't want you to know about this. They want you to stay inside the rig system. So $30.64. Somebody put that in the chat for me. $30.64 from at cost metals. JM Bullion, $37.09. Even if you bought 500 of them with a wire, you're paying $34.61. That percentage increase is 16%. We are saving 16% with at cost metals from JM Bullion by simply having a membership. I mean, this is not even close. We can go to SD Bullion, who claims to have the lowest prices, period. Maury,
Lie detector test determined that was a lie.
That was a lie, SD Bullion. I'm not sure if we're going to sue you yet, but it is false because you are charging people 35, 33, or 33, 32 for a Canadian silver maple leaf with at cost metals. We're at $30.64.
No minimums, no maximums.
As little as you want, you can buy one or you can buy 1,000. It's totally up to you. We can go to goldandsilver.com. They're at 35.22. We're beating them all. We beat everyone every single day. And if you guys want gold, it gets even better. Okay. This is the one I always compare right here. This Canadian gold maple leaf half ounce 2024. We're selling it for $12.61. $12.61. JM Bullion. Holy cow. Is this real? Chat, is this real? They want for this same coin $15.44 with the card, and even with e-check wire $14.82. Bro, is that like over $200?
That pays for your membership.
That pays for your membership. You bought half an ounce of gold. You paid for your membership. That is the presentation. Mims and Antoine, I'll just let you guys pontificate on that. That was my part of the presentation. I'm out.
No, that was fire. I get excited about value, you know.
Straight fire.
Yeah. The facts are the facts, you know, and like you said, documentation beats conversation. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. And obviously we can see that we understand the value of gold and silver throughout history and why you need it now, especially during the reset in the monetary system right now. And then obviously it's where do you go get it? Where do you go get it at the best price? Because obviously if you can save money on getting physical gold and silver, that's going to allow you to accumulate more weight in gold and silver. Okay. And especially when you employ a system that's going to pay you to save in that asset. Okay. It's a game changer. It's next level. I mean, Antoine, we got the best thing on the planet. I think ACM is going to revolutionize the way people get gold and silver and be the biggest gold and silver company on the planet.
You know, the proof is in the pudding. You definitely showed the pudding. I mean, it doesn't get any more clear than that. And the fact that there's no limits, the fact that there's no games, we don't play the as low as, there's so much more to come in terms of the value. And let me just say that a new look and feel to the website of ACM is coming. That's going to knock the socks off of people. There's a lot more that's coming in terms of value for us as members, because we're all members. It's like we went to Costco's and they share with us the advantages of become a member. You've seen some of those advantages in the price savings that Mike shared with you, and we're just taking advantage of those savings. And we're just trading fake money for real money and stacking. It's a way of saving money, and it makes financial sense.
No, 100%. And guys, first of all, this whole live has been absolute fire. Guys, there's almost nothing left to say. You might want to know how to make money. Okay, cool. Hit one of us up. If somebody shared this with you, get a hold of them. Here's the one thing I'm going to tell you guys, and I'm going to ask you guys one more question tonight. If there was one membership you're going to have, if you're going to subscribe to Netflix, cable, internet, whatever app or common thing that you spend every single month, you are paying bills. Why not spend a membership that gives you real money? If you're not doing that, I'm sorry, you're probably going to suffer. If you're paying for Spotify and Apple and Amazon and Hulu and yada, 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 I can name them all off. And I guarantee you 90% of you are spending your money on this stuff, and you're not spending it on real money, on God's money that is in your own control, outside of the system. You're probably going to continue to lose. So, Antoine, I'll let you go first. Why does everyone need this membership, and why gold and silver right now?
You know, we've really covered a lot and we've talked about it. The moment that someone can really wrap their mind around what Ricardo has really been saying is that we're not buying gold and silver.
Mm.
We're swapping, we're making an exchange and hedging our bets by accumulating an asset that has the ability to retain buying power and possibly even have more buying power than if we were just holding on to this.
Nope.
When you understand that, it says it all. That's why I said the only reason a person don't do this is because their math is off. They don't clearly get it. And I understand that may take a little while for some people to get, but I'm gonna tell you, damn it, hang around long enough until you get it. Because your family is in stake.
For real.
Your family is at stake. Your future is at stake. Your savings, all of that is in stake. It's on the line. So you need to hang around until you get it, until it makes sense. And I'm telling you, once it makes sense, that light bulb is going to go off. That switch is going to flip in your mind. You're going to go, oh my goodness, I should have been doing this a long time ago. Oh my goodness. Because I went on that quick education from crypto to precious metals. And I was like, oh, this is safer. Not nearly the volatility as crypto.
Yeah.
But one last thing, and I'm going to pass it to my brother. Both of these are 100-ounce bars, and I've been buying them every week. And because I'm a member of ACM, I've saved more than $2,500 buying them from ACM versus buying them from some of the competitors. Now watch this. Because the value of silver has increased, there's been some times that I had to pay an additional $150 buying a bar 1 week versus what I paid for the bar the previous week because the price of silver increased in value, which means the bars that I bought the previous week increased in value by $150 per bar. Don't miss that. That part right there. That part right there.
Yeah.
Now, how much more buying power is your $150 giving you? Nothing. You're losing.
Yep.
You're losing.
Nope.
So it makes sense to diversify some. We didn't say all. Some is a way to save money. All you're doing is swapping fake money for real money to hedge against inflation. And when you understand that, it makes sense. You're going to be just like I was at the Costco counter. Okay, I want the executive membership. I'm ready to rock and roll. Ricardo, take it away, brother.
Man, I just love the value you bring, brother. You get me excited, got the blood flowing. You reminded me of why I really got into gold and silver. You know, after 2008 financial crisis and learn about the money system and the dollar, Federal Reserve and everything else. And, you know, I wanted to offer something to people that can protect them against these, you know, the risk in the market, inflation in the dollar. And in 2008, everything went down. Stocks, bonds, real estate, okay? Everything went down except gold and silver. During times of financial crisis and uncertainty, which make no mistake about it, we are in a financial crisis right now. The United States national debt just crossed over $35 trillion. Okay? Those who are in the know that we're on an unsustainable path. The global economy, BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, are moving, and other countries are moving away from the dollar. They're making bilateral trade agreements, losing blockchain, buying more gold and silver than they have in any time period in history. It's so bad that Saudi Arabia did not want to renew the contract to where everybody had to buy oil for dollars, and now they're considering taking other forms of payment. This is a major risk to your financial future security as you continue to move on in 2025 and 26 and 2030 and so on. So I get excited because gold and silver will always have value. It's how you hedge against a decline in the dollar. It doesn't have, in fact, the Bank of International Settlements, which is the central bank for central bank, labeled gold and silver a tier 1 asset. Gold is a tier 1 asset, which means it has zero risk associated to it. Everything else is speculation. It has risk to it. You don't want to put your life savings up for risk to get some gains. You want to put your money, the value, your hard-earned asset, your dollars into real money, physical silver and gold, and get it on a consistent basis.
Woo! Wow. What a fire live, guys. So listen, guys, here's the bottom line is everyone to be secure needs physical gold and silver. The question is, do you want it at the lowest price? And do you want to way to create cash flow from it? All right. So if somebody shared this video with you, just say thank you. Thank you for pushing me to get real money, God's money, and the people's money. So get back with them. Get a link to At Cost Metals. That is literally the only way you can join. So if you follow Antoine, you follow Ricardo, you follow me, reach out to us. Get a link as soon as possible to get your membership in the Real Money Club, the Real God's Money Club. Because, guys, we're not even talking about what's going on in the world because it's absolutely crazy. And literally, I could not sleep at night if I did not know I had real money secured in multiple locations, whether it's a private vault that we can get you access to, whether it's other distributions, IRA and such. Guys, this is the time to take things seriously about getting your house in order with these total uncertainty that is going on in this world. Mims, Antoine, thank you guys so much for crushing it tonight. Any last words before we sign off? I'm ready to roll.
I just need all of us to put these bricks up in this camera again.
All right.
Okay.
I'm
With
down.
that sound money clap. Okay. That's
Let's
just
go.
a beautiful night for me. Go ahead, brother Antoine. You got them bricks?
Listen, until the pain of remaining the same outweighs the pain of change, will one change.
Amen.
That's
Nothing
it.
to say after that. We love you guys.